it might sound a bit weird, but I think I'm a prime example of trying new things and doing things differently, because I'm a neuroscientist. I have a clinical and a scientific background. I had no business being in recruitment at all, but they saw opportunities and they grabbed it. And they did the same with machine learning, and they did the same with the whole neuroscience, integrating neuroscience into our way of working. So because they're so willing to try new things and not scared to fail and just go back to the drawing board and try again, I think that is at the core of our innovation, and I think that's the best way to move forward. Technology. Honestly, technology. Because even though I don't think technology is threatening our jobs, it is threatening the way we work. And if we don't get moving and start adapting, then we're going to be in trouble. So we really need to figure out ways to deal with those changes. And honestly, it might be business-wide. It might be a business problem and not necessarily a recruitment problem. But for one, we have difficulty finding people who can develop the technology and work with the technology. And then there needs to be a whole shift in the way we approach working in general in order to integrate the technology into our way of working. So I see a gap between the technical people and the, let's say, people. They need to come together, bridge that gap so that we can really, really have the technology work for us instead of the other way around. Well, I think there needs to be an attitude change both in education and in recruitment, because right now there's a gap between, for example, IT traineeships or IT schools that train IT skills. There's a gap between what they learn in school and what they actually have to do in practice, because the technology is moving so fast that it's really difficult for educational institutions to catch up and to keep up. So an example of what we did at YoungCapital is we started our own academy. So we are training kids, give them an actual diploma in IT, but the teachers are actually people from business. That way we can adapt with all the new technologies that come up. So I think recruiters or recruitment agencies need to sort of shift towards career coaching more and really look at what is necessary and train those skills, teach people those skills. That way you can solve the skills shortage because you're training the people yourselves. No, especially not recruiters. Their jobs, I think, will never disappear, because I think recruiting, in the end, you have to be able to look somebody in the eye before you hire them. I think the content of work will change, and it's a fact that, today's children are going to be working with knowledge that hasn't been discovered yet, on technologies that haven't been invented yet. So it is impossible to deny that the content of work is going to change. But I don't think that will make jobs disappear. It just asks a lot more flexibility from the workforce. So I think that is something that, education and the way we approach our children, they should be able to deal with that when they enter the labor market. And there's a big gap there right now.